Hey guys, so I've been thinking about this a lot and I actually saw a similar video about this last night. So I'm basically gonna talk about what I don't like about school because I do think it's important, but I do think there are some things aren't talked about enough. So these are going to be things that I don't particularly like about school. Okay, first, some people might cringe at this or be like, oh no, but it's necessary, blah blah blah. I'm sorry, but the phone ban is going too far. And I know that's a statewide thing, for my state, and for others, like New York, it's a statewide thing. But really, we can't have a phone during lunch. What if there's an emergency and a parent needs to call and your phone is locked up in a pouch that you can't open? Or if people can't open them, they're just gonna be more likely to sneak on their phones anyway. Kids are going to be more crazy in lunch. People are still going to be whispering and sneaking in class. I just don't think it's going to really fix anything, personally. And if you don't agree, then we can agree to disagree. I'm not going to argue with anyone about it. You don't need to hate on me. But I just don't see the point in it, personally. So, I don't know. Next, I'm going to go with homework because here's the thing. Most people already stuck in school for 6 hours of the day, and especially in high school, you have so much going on, and you have all this work for 6 hours. You don't really get much of a break except for lunch, which even that is rushed because you only get a certain amount of time, and maybe a home base or an advisory that's not even that long, and sometimes you still have to do work in there. So there's really not much of a break. And then teachers give you 3 extra hours of homework. I'm sorry, but what? We have a life outside of our schools, outside of education. We have families, we have friends. Some of us have relationships. We have mental health struggles, mental health things. We need to focus on our physical health. You know, we have other programs, maybe, or camps, or jobs, just things like that. And we got families, we got all this stuff that doesn't necessarily have to do with education. And then add the fact on that teachers are like, oh, you should sign up for a club after school. You expect us to do a club and have a bunch of homework? There's no way. And then people yell at other kids for not getting enough sleep. I wonder why. And also, let's be real, we want some time to ourselves too at times. We don't constantly just want to be doing stuff, surrounded by people, or literally be drowning in homework until midnight every night. That's not fair. Luckily, I personally haven't had that experience that much, but that's because I try my best to get it done in school, and a lot of the homework is hard because it's harder to do. And also, I understand some people are visual learners, but I feel like so much stuff at school is super visual, and I don't think they really take into account hey, there could be people with disabilities at this school. So I do wish they would improve on that, but I doubt that's gonna happen. But I don't know. You really never know. So I don't understand it. And also, people are telling us to be more social and things like that when they barely give us any time to do so. Like I said, I understand schools for learning, but if you really want us to be social, you design more group projects, maybe more fun, getting to know each other at the beginning, or just hanging out together. Say there's a study hall or something, you can let everyone hang out. Don't yell at them because a couple people want to have a quiet conversation. So that's my opinion on that. Obviously, if people are trying to work, or somebody's playing a video and you're yapping, then yeah, that's distracting. Don't do it because that's just gonna annoy people around you. I'm not saying to do that. But I am saying, like, if, everybody's just, like, chilling, hanging out, nobody's working, don't yell at people for wanting to talk to each other. It's human nature. Also, this thing always gets to me, like, the time crunch. I hate the time crunch. Oh, you have to turn in this assignment by Friday or else you won't get a good grade. I have an IEP, which is basically like, it's like something where people like with disabilities, like it has like different like accommodations and things like that. And one of mine is extended time, whether it be for assignments or testing, because it can get to be a lot. And there's some teachers who just don't understand that or aren't willing to adapt things or work with me. And this kind of goes with the visual thing too. Like, it's so frustrating to deal with. Like, I'm trying to do my best here and get a good grade, but I can't finish everything in one class. So, like, and I literally have it written that I need extended time. And this could be for anyone. Like, if you only get like a couple classes to do something and you have so much other homework, or they don't give you any in class time, or they're just constantly doing other things, like it gets frustrating. Or, like, for me, just not all of my teachers understand that I need extended time, which is very frustrating, but it's true. And then also, I just really don't like the stress, which kind of ties into time crunch. Like, I'm always stressing about getting good grades. Am I gonna, you know, fail this test? Am I gonna upset people? And it has me stressing out because if I get behind, then it's so hard to catch up and then I'm not on time. And also, like, test anxiety. I get really bad test anxiety. Like, even if it's a tiny quiz that I know I can do, I get very anxious. It's not fun. So, it's hard to focus when you're anxious. Like, that shouldn't be a hard concept to understand. If you're anxious, that's hard for you to focus in school. Or, like, it's hard to focus on the test. And also, just like, you know, there's two sides to being social, but the other one is like, maybe you're anxious to be outgoing. Maybe you're anxious to get contacts, or you're anxious that like somebody won't like you. And also, like, I haven't had this personally happen, but like bullying. I'm sorry, but teachers need to take care of bullying. I don't know how it goes at my school because I've never really been involved in it, but teachers everywhere need to take care of it. But I just think like nobody should force you to necessarily be social. I don't think teachers should just let bullying slip through their fingers. I do think you should encourage being social, but I don't think you should force. It's like you can reassure someone, because I also have a lot of anxiety when it comes to being social. I'm like, oh, do they want to actually be my friend, or are they just being nice? Things like that. And also, don't let the popular kids get away with everything. That's not fair either. Like, no. They're either going to be nice or they should be getting in trouble, in my opinion. So, I don't know. Let me know if y'all agree with this. It wasn't like the most organized, but like I kind of just, did it without writing anything or whatever. So, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do think you can learn some good things out of school, but most of it just, there's just a lot of things that I don't like about it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.